Your brain was designed for attachment. Long before you ever met your spouse, it was already wired to bond. Today I want to show you the science behind that and why it matters for your marriage. I'm Diane, and this is the episode where we combine both science and faith because both point to the same truth. You were made for connection, not just emotionally, but biologically. From the very beginning, human brains were wired to attach to each other, attach to God. And as infants, we bond to caregivers for survival. That wiring never disappears. It simply transfers into our adult relationships. In marriage, that same wiring activates every time you experience closeness with your spouse. And this is why isolation feels so distressing to us and why connection feels like relief and safety. It's not weakness, it's design. You were never meant to do life disconnected from another person. Your brain confirms what Scripture has said all along. At the center of this bonding process is a hormone called oxytocin. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone or the love hormone. It's released through touch, through hugging, through kissing, through emotional connection, and definitely through sexual intimacy. In marriage, oxytocin plays a powerful role in helping you feel close, safe, and emotionally bonded to your spouse. It strengthens feelings of trust and safety, and it deepens closeness over time. This is why physical affection matters even outside of sex. Every touch is quietly reinforcing this bond. Here's something really interesting. Oxytocin doesn't operate identically in men and women. In many women, we find that oxytocin is released more readily and in greater amounts just by connecting and communicating with friends, which is part of why emotional and verbal connection often feels especially bonding to them. But in many men, those oxytocin levels tend to run a lot lower, which is part of why physical touch and shared activity often serve as more direct pathway to feeling bonded. Neither pattern is better, but it is simply different wiring. Understanding this can replace a lot of frustration with compassion. Your spouse isn't wired wrong. They're wired differently than you, and that is worth understanding instead of fighting. So why does any of this matter practically to my marriage? Good question, right? Because when you understand this science, you stop taking your spouse's different bonding style personally. You stop assuming that distance means disinterest, when it might just mean a different wiring expressing itself. And you start building bonding moments intentionally instead of hoping that connection happens. Understanding the biology of bonding, well, what does that give us? It gives us a practical map for building real closeness in our relationships. So here's how you build more of these moments intentionally, starting this week. How about we start with a longer hug than usual? One that's held for an extra few seconds to shock your spouse. Or how about you do a little more touching than normal? Or how about you hold hands in public, walking to and from something? Or how about a moment of eye contact that lasts for a while instead of just a glance? A conversation where you're simply present without your phone, without multitasking. None of these require a special occasion, but they do require intention. So do this consistently. You're not just building a nice habit, you're building chemistry that will sustain your marriage. Your brain was designed for this, and so was your spouse's brain. If you were made to live disconnected, then we wouldn't have people in our lives. We were made to bond. Understanding the science, it doesn't replace faith. It confirms what you already believed about being made for each other. If this helped you understand your own wiring, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.